I never want to put something out there that I wouldn't be proud of in the future, you know? Release stuff that's timeless and that means something to you and that you think is great. I'm Darwen, and I run the label Spec. The whole kind of idea for me to start a label happened when a friend of mine who runs like a way cooler, bigger label than mine got this demo from Decca, and he sent it to me, and it was kind of like the first time where I had heard music where I was just like, I want this and I want to share it with people. So one night I was doing like a meditation, and kind of the whole concept, the artwork, everything for the label just kind of like came to me in 20 minutes. And then I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna write this kid and see what the deal is with these tracks. So I wrote Decca, and the very next day I'd signed the release. When I had this sort of vision for the aesthetic of the label, I actually saw these kind of like the digital rain from the Matrix in this sort of vision. So I went to my designer and I was like, yo, can we do this code, but I want to make it like kind of cryptic, and this is a really nerdy thing, but so basically the code that's on the cover of the vinyl, if you input that code, it's the code for a portrait of Charles Darwin. And the next series was inspired by my trips to the jungle. So every winter I spend several weeks in the Amazon in Peru, drinking plant medicines with indigenous tribes. And there's one specific tribe called the Shipibos that do these beautiful tapestries and artworks with these very trippy geometric patterns on them, which you see in ceremony while taking plant medicines. They say that it's sort of a code for the plants being able to like talk to you. So I took those tapestries back here, and my designer and I sat down and like we wanted to do a digital recreation of that pattern, inspired by those artworks. The aesthetic of the label is not only just, you know, referencing a lot of genres of bass music, it's sci-fi. It's everything in the label would fit in a sci-fi world. And I have a thing where when I listen to some music, you know, when I listen to dubstep, it like transports me in my mind into these kind of, you know, apocalyptic Mad Max deserts or the jungle from Predator, these kind of like other worlds. And so for me, it's exciting to kind of create a whole world of my own where those aesthetics are all kind of like intermingled. In the beginning, I guess 3 years ago, I was more into techno, and I've kind of abandoned that as the scene sort of went really hard. I mean, the techno tempos are like 140 now, and everybody's just like cranking it out, so I kind of went off of that. And you've seen that through the label sort of evolve, where my tastes have went. You know, the last record we released was like 150 BPM D&B sort of dubstep hybrid track. And yeah, so we've always kind of fell into like a dance floor tempo, because I'm a raver, I'm a dancer, I'm making club records, I'm not making chin scratchy records, you know? They're not for listening at home. it's kind of panned out that there's been 2 releases a year since we've started. But I would straight up wait a year or even 2 years if the music just didn't come that I didn't like. And like, luckily now that the label has a bit more of a profile, I'm getting a lot more demos sent. Sadly, no, I've never been sent a demo from any woman. So it's just dudes that keep sending me music. But yeah, I've received like a lot of really cool stuff. And yeah, that's kind of the method. That's the method. If I feel really good and excited about a release, then I'll be like, yeah, okay, let's do it.